Michael was the CEO of a big company. Every day he was very busy with meetings, phone calls, and important decisions. He usually didn't have much time to stop and talk to people who worked in other parts of the building. But one day, something different happened. It was a regular afternoon. Michael was walking through the office halls, thinking about a big presentation he had to give the next day. The pressure was high, and he felt a little tired. To clear his mind, he decided to take a short break and went to the small break room, near the back of the building. He wanted to get a cup of coffee and maybe relax for a few minutes. When he entered the break room, he noticed Maria, the cleaner, was there. She was not part of his usual circle. Maria was someone who came early every morning and cleaned the floors, emptied trash cans, and tidied the office spaces. Most employees hardly noticed her except to say hello or good morning in passing. But that day, something was different. Michael stood near the coffee machine waiting quietly when he heard Maria speaking to a visitor. The visitor was a contractor who had come to fix some computers. What caught Michael's attention was the way Maria was speaking, not in one language, but many. She switched easily from English to Spanish, then to French, German, and even Italian. The visitor looked amazed, nodding and trying to keep up. Michael felt curious. How could Maria speak so many languages? He had never known this before. For years, he had seen her only as the person who cleaned the offices, never thinking about what else she might be capable of. As he listened, Maria spoke with confidence and warmth. She wasn't just repeating words. She understood each language well and could communicate naturally. The visitor smiled and said, "You must be very talented. How did you learn all these languages?" Maria laughed softly and replied, "I've always loved languages. I taught myself little by little, listening to people, reading books, and practicing whenever I could." Michael felt surprised. He never imagined that someone working as a cleaner could have such a special skill. In his busy life, he had missed seeing the true person behind the job. After the visitor left, Michael thought about what he had just heard. He realized he had been judging people by their job titles. He had never asked Maria about her life or talents. He began to wonder how many other hidden talents were around him, waiting to be discovered. This moment stayed with Michael. It made him think about the company and the people who worked there. Maybe it was time to look beyond the surface and give people a chance to shine. After overhearing Maria speak so many languages, Michael couldn't stop thinking about her. That day, the image he had of Maria, the quiet cleaner who moved around the office unnoticed, completely changed. He realized there was much more to her story, something that deserved to be heard. So the very next morning, Michael decided to speak with Maria personally. When he arrived early at the office, before most people had started their day, Michael found Maria in the hallway, preparing her cleaning tools. She was busy but looked calm and focused. Michael took a deep breath and approached her gently. "Good morning, Maria," he said with a warm smile. "I wanted to talk to you if you have a few minutes." Maria looked a little surprised. She wasn't used to the CEO talking directly to her. Usually she kept to herself, doing her work quietly. But something in Michael's tone made her feel comfortable. "Of course, sir," she replied politely. "I'm happy to talk." They found a quiet corner near the stairs where they could sit and chat without interruptions. Michael started by telling Maria how amazed he was when he heard her speaking so many languages the day before. He wanted to know more about her. Maria smiled shyly but was ready to share her story. She explained that she had not always worked as a cleaner. In fact, she had once dreamed of becoming a teacher. But life had not been easy for her. She grew up in a small neighborhood filled with people from different countries. Her parents had moved there many years ago, hoping for a better life, but money was always tight. Maria's family had to work hard every day just to pay the bills. Because of this, Maria couldn't finish her education. She left school early to help her parents by working small jobs. Despite these challenges, Maria never lost her love for learning. At night, After finishing her chores and cleaning work, she would sit with old books she found in the library or borrowed from neighbors. She was especially fascinated by languages. Hearing people speak in different tongues in her neighborhood inspired her. Maria began teaching herself, word by word, phrase by phrase. She listened carefully to conversations, songs, and radio shows in other languages. She practiced speaking with friends and anyone who would help her. Over time, she became fluent in Spanish, French, German, Italian, and even a few more. But because she had no formal schooling or certificates, it was hard for Maria to find good jobs. Most places only saw her as a cleaner, and no one knew about her skills. She worked long hours in the same cleaning role, quietly hoping for a chance to use her talents. Michael listened carefully, impressed by Maria's determination and strength. He asked her how she managed to stay motivated despite all the difficulties. Maria replied with a soft smile, "I believe that knowledge is freedom. No one can take it away from you. If you keep learning, you keep growing. That's what keeps me going." Michael realized how wrong he had been to judge her by her job. Maria's story was a powerful reminder of the hidden potential many people have, waiting for an opportunity. He also learned that Maria was passionate about helping others. She wanted to teach languages to children in her community one day, hoping to give them chances she never had. Their conversation lasted a long time. Maria shared stories of her childhood, her family, and the dreams she kept alive despite hardships. Michael felt inspired and deeply moved. He realized that people like Maria, with courage and talent, were exactly the kind of people a company should support. After talking, Michael promised Maria he would think about ways to help her use her skills. He wanted to find a way to give her a new opportunity, a role where her talents could truly shine. Maria thanked him for listening. She said it felt good to be seen and heard, not just as a cleaner, but as a person with dreams and abilities. As Michael walked away, he thought about how many other hidden stories like Maria's were all around him. He knew the company needed to change, to look beyond titles and give everyone a chance to grow. That day was the start of something new, not just for Maria, but for the entire company. It was a reminder that talent can be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes all it takes is someone to listen. After his conversation with Maria, Michael's mind was full of new thoughts. He couldn't stop thinking about her story and how much talent she had hidden beneath the surface. For years, Maria had been quietly working as a cleaner, and no one had ever realized what she could do. Now Michael saw her in a completely different light. Michael sat in his office, looking out the window at the busy city below. He thought about the company he led, a large business with hundreds of employees. It was successful, but like many big companies, it had its problems. Michael knew that sometimes talented people were overlooked just because of their job titles, or where they worked in the building. He realized that maybe the company was missing out on valuable skills and ideas from people like Maria. He remembered the languages Maria spoke. 9 languages. How could someone with such an amazing skill be working in a cleaning role? Michael knew that speaking different languages was very important for the company. The business was growing and wanted to expand into new countries. If they had someone like Maria, who could speak with clients and partners around the world, it would be a great advantage. Michael began to think about the many ways Maria could help the company. She could work in communications, helping translate messages for clients from different countries. She could assist in marketing, helping the company understand different cultures. She could even help train employees who wanted to learn new languages. The more Michael thought about it, the clearer it became. Maria's talents were exactly what the company needed. But it wasn't just about business. Michael also thought about fairness and opportunity. Maria had worked hard her whole life, learning languages on her own without any help or formal education. She had faced many challenges but never gave up. Michael realized that giving Maria a chance to use her skills would not only help the company, but also change her life. Michael started talking to his close team members about Maria. At first, some of them were surprised. "She's a cleaner," they said. "Is it really the right time to think about promoting her?" Michael explained everything he had learned about Maria's skills and story. He told them how talented she was and how much she could contribute to the company if given the opportunity. Slowly, his team began to understand and agree that it was worth exploring. Michael then asked his human resources, HR manager, to look into ways the company could support people like Maria. They discussed ideas such as creating training programs and opening new roles for employees who had hidden talents. They wanted to build a workplace where everyone had the chance to grow, no matter their background or current job. While all this was happening behind the scenes, Michael made a point to visit Maria again. He wanted to encourage her and let her know that the company valued her. Maria was surprised and happy to see him taking such interest in her future. He told her, "Maria, I've been thinking about how much you can help us. I want to find a role for you where you can use your language skills. We will support you with training and give you a chance to grow." Maria felt a mix of emotions, excitement, hope, and a little nervousness. She had never imagined this before. For years she had kept her dreams hidden, afraid that no one would believe in her. Now, the CEO himself was believing in her. Michael also realized that Maria's story was a perfect example for the whole company. He decided to share it in a meeting with senior leaders, hoping to inspire them to look beyond appearances and give people chances to shine. In that meeting, Michael told Maria's story. He explained how she had taught herself 9 languages, and how her talents had been overlooked because of her job title. The leaders listened carefully. Some of them said they had never thought about the hidden talents of employees before. Michael challenged his team to think differently about the people they worked with every day. "There is talent everywhere," he said. "We need to find it, support it, and let it grow." Inspired by this, the company began to plan new ways to discover and develop employee skills. They started small, organizing language classes and workshops. They also set up a program where employees could share their hidden talents and find new opportunities. Maria was one of the first to join these programs. She worked hard to improve her skills, attend meetings, and learn about the company's international business. With every step, she grew more confident. Michael watched as Maria's transformation began. She wasn't just a cleaner anymore. She was becoming a vital part of the company's team, using her languages to help the business succeed. This change was not just about Maria. It was a lesson for everyone in the company. It showed that when leaders open their minds and hearts, they can discover incredible talent in the most unexpected places. Michael's decision to see Maria's potential also made him think about other employees who might be waiting for a chance. He realized that a company was not just a business but a community, where everyone should have the opportunity to grow and succeed. The story of Maria and her languages became a symbol of hope and change. It reminded everyone that sometimes all a person needs is someone to believe in them and give them a chance. Michael felt proud and excited about the future. He knew that with people like Maria, the company could achieve great things, not just because of profits or markets, but because of the people who made it strong. After thinking deeply about Maria's incredible skills and her inspiring story, Michael knew he had to act quickly. He couldn't just admire her talent from afar or keep planning programs for months. This was a moment that needed courage and immediate action. Maria's potential was clear, and waiting any longer would be unfair to her and to the company. One morning, Michael arrived at the office earlier than usual. His mind was full of ideas, but one thought stood above the rest. He had to speak directly to Maria and offer her a new role right then and there. The company needed to move beyond old habits and show it truly valued talent, no matter where it came from. He found Maria working near the main entrance, finishing up her morning tasks. She looked focused, but tired, as usual. Michael walked over, with a smile, and said, "Maria, can you come with me for a moment? I want to talk. Maria looked surprised but nodded. She followed Michael to his office, feeling curious and a bit nervous. She wondered what this could be about. Was she in trouble? Or was something good about to happen? Once inside the office, Michael invited Maria to sit down. The room was quiet with soft sunlight coming through the windows. Michael looked at her kindly and said, "Maria, I want to tell you something important. I've been thinking about the languages you speak and the story you shared with me. It's clear you have incredible talent." Maria's heart started to beat faster. She had never expected such words from the CEO of the company. Michael continued, "I want to offer you a new position here, as a multilingual communications assistant. This role will let you use your language skills to help our company communicate with international clients and partners. We will support you with training and guidance." Maria's eyes widened with surprise. She felt a mixture of excitement and disbelief. For years, she had worked as a cleaner, never imagining she would get a chance like this. Tears of joy welled up in her eyes as she whispered, "Thank you, sir. This means so much to me." Michael smiled warmly. "You deserve this, Maria. Your hard work and talents should be recognized. I want you to know that we believe in you." At that moment, Maria felt a powerful sense of hope. She knew this was a life-changing opportunity, one that could open doors she had only dreamed about. Michael didn't want to keep this news private. He believed Maria's story could inspire the whole company. So, right after their conversation, he called a quick meeting with the leadership team. He introduced Maria and announced her promotion on the spot. The room was quiet at first. Some leaders looked surprised. Others smiled warmly. Michael explained why he made this decision and emphasized the importance of recognizing hidden talent. Maria's story is a reminder that we need to look beyond job titles and see the people behind them, Michael said. Our company will grow stronger when we give everyone a chance to succeed. Maria felt proud and grateful as she stood before the team. Her promotion was not just a personal victory, but a symbol of change for the company. After the meeting, Michael personally introduced Maria to the communications team. They welcomed her warmly and began to explain the projects she would be involved in. Maria listened carefully, eager to learn and contribute. Over the next few weeks, Maria threw herself into her new role. She attended training sessions, practiced her language skills, and worked alongside colleagues who appreciated her knowledge. Every day she grew more confident. Her ability to speak 9 languages proved invaluable. She helped translate emails, prepare presentations, and communicate with clients from different countries. Her colleagues admired her dedication and kindness. Maria's promotion also had a positive impact on the whole company. Employees saw that the leadership was serious about recognizing talent and giving second chances. This inspired others to share their hidden skills and dreams. Michael made sure to keep supporting Maria. He checked in regularly, encouraging her and celebrating her progress. He knew that success would take time, but the first step was already powerful. Maria's story soon reached outside the company. Local newspapers and business magazines wrote about the CEO who promoted his cleaner after discovering her amazing talents. People were touched by the story of hope, courage, and opportunity. Maria herself became a role model. She started speaking at community events, encouraging others to keep learning and believing in themselves. Her journey showed that with passion and the right support, anyone could change their life. Michael felt proud of the decision he made that day. It reminded him why leadership was about more than profits. It was about people. By believing in Maria, he had not only helped one person, but had started a movement that would change the company's culture forever. Maria's life had transformed. From a cleaner who worked silently in the background, she became a valued team member, using her gifts to make a difference. Her story was a powerful lesson in kindness, vision, and the power of opportunity. After Maria's promotion, her life changed in many ways, but not overnight. She still remembered her past struggles, the long hours, the hard work, and the feeling of being invisible. But now, there was a new light in her life, a real chance to grow and to show the world what she could do. At first, the new job was not easy. Maria had to learn many new things about the company's business, the technology they used, and how to work with different departments. Sometimes she felt overwhelmed. But every day she reminded herself of how far she had come. The language skills she had taught herself were now tools she could use to help the company grow. She also found that her ability to communicate with people from different cultures was a great strength. Her colleagues quickly noticed her dedication. Maria worked carefully, always willing to listen and learn. She helped translate important emails, prepare reports for international clients, and sometimes even joined conference calls to assist with language barriers. Slowly, she became an important part of the team. The company's international clients appreciated Maria's help. They felt more comfortable knowing someone on the team spoke their language and understood their culture. This built stronger relationships and opened new business opportunities. Michael watched Maria's progress with pride. He made sure the leadership continued supporting her growth. The company even offered her further language courses and professional training in communication skills. Maria eagerly took every chance to improve herself. Her success inspired others inside the company. Employees who had hidden talents felt encouraged to speak up. The company started new programs to identify and develop skills in all workers, not just those in traditional roles. Workshops, mentoring programs, and language classes became common. Maria's story became a symbol of hope and possibility. She was invited to speak at company events, sharing her journey from cleaner to communications assistant. Her message was simple but powerful. No matter where you start, with passion and support, you can achieve great things. Outside the company, Maria's story touched many people. Local newspapers and business magazines wrote about her, celebrating the company's decision to look beyond appearances and recognize real talent. People saw Maria as a role model, a proof that dreams can come true with courage and determination. Maria didn't stop there. She wanted to give back to her community. She began volunteering to teach language classes to children and adults who, like her, had limited opportunities. She shared her love for languages and learning, encouraging others to believe in themselves. Her impact grew stronger as she helped more people improve their skills and find new paths in life. Maria's work showed that true success is about lifting others up and creating chances for everyone. Within the company, the culture slowly changed. Employees felt more valued and respected. Leaders became more open to discovering talent in unexpected places. The company started seeing better teamwork, higher employee satisfaction, and even stronger business results. Michael knew this change was just the beginning. He often thought back to the moment he first heard Maria speaking 9 languages in the break room. That moment had opened his eyes and his heart. He learned that leadership is about more than managing a business. It's about recognizing the potential in people and helping them shine. Maria's story reminded him that every person has a unique gift, and sometimes all they need is someone to believe in them. Maria's journey was a beautiful example of how kindness, opportunity, and hard work can transform lives. From a cleaner who once felt invisible, she became a shining star in the company and a beacon of hope for many. Her life proved that true talent can come from anywhere, and when given the right chance, it can change the world.